Welcome back again, good students, good learners, the lovers of literature out there. In this particular episode, you're going to look at the Samaritan. It, of course, is an exam style question, Essay 3. Now, this one is in our order of procession. We've done Essay 1, Essay 2, and now this is the third one. And I'll be working on the premise that you've read this particular text, and therefore, whatever little information that I'm going to share must make sense or make meaning, that is. And in case you bumped across this particular work, a good friend of yours did refer you to this particular channel, how about a thumbs up, a like, and a tiny little comment on the comment section? That will make me feel better and, of course, motivate me in one or the other of the work that I'm doing. Having said that, and without that much further ado, let's get to the first slide, and that is exam style question number 3. Explore the theme of justice, fairness, and integrity in John Lara's play, The Samaritan, by examining its portrayal of these particular values. Use evidence from the text, of course, to support your discussion. Again, explore the theme of justice, fairness, and integrity in John Lara's play, The Samaritan, and of course, by examining its portrayal of these particular values, use evidence, good learners, evidence that is backing up your allegations with citations of the text, using evidence from the text to support your discussion. Our very good nut graph at the very beginning there, that is our introductory phrase, usually tailor suit into a paragraph. So in John Lara's play, The Samaritan, the theme of justice, fairness, and integrity is intricately woven into the fabric of the narrative. In other words, somehow these particular themes, justice, fairness, and integrity, are founding, or they find them, they are themes which are evidently, or coming out evidently in the text, and therefore highlighting the moral complexities and ethical dilemmas faced by the characters. Throughout the play, the quest for justice and integrity is central to the characters' actions and motivations. These are the driving force behind this particular plot, and they are forward and illuminating the societal challenges that they confront. One clear illustration of the theme is seen in the character of Nicole, and working on the premise that you know who Nicole is. Nicole was the ethics and the innovation teacher at Sagrada Secondary School. So Nicole embodies the principles of justice and fairness, tirelessly advocating for transparency and accountability in Maracas municipality. Despite facing intimidation and resistance from corrupt officials like Bembe and Mosi, Nicole remains steadfast in her commitment to upholding integrity and challenging systematic injustices. Her unwavering determination to do what is right serves as a beacon of hope and inspiration amidst pervasive corruption. And to our next slide, good students. Similarly, we do have Alvita and Montano. Now, these ones are the major players in this particular play here. Remember, everything is centered and projected around these two characters, Alvita and Montano. So, Alvita and Montano, they're the young inventors of the Samaritan app. It symbolizes the pursuit of justice through innovation and activism. Now, by creating a platform for citizens to expose corruption and hold accountable those in positions of power, Alvita and Montano embody the ideals of fairness and integrity. Now, I think I need to be more plain there. To embody the ideals, like the standards, the moral compass of fairness and integrity, we'll have Alvita symbolizing any fair or any fairness, rather, and integrity in any society. So therefore, they are a picture or a symbol of fairness and integrity in a society. So therefore, that's why we said up there in our previous sentence that they symbolize, that is Alvita and Montano, the pursuit of justice through innovation. Remember, they were the mastermind, they're the brainchild behind the Samaritan app, and therefore we say that they are the symbol of justice and integrity and fairness without forgetting. So their invention empowers ordinary people to take a stand against injustice and demand transparency from their leaders, therefore challenging the status quo and catalyzing societal change. In other words, advocating or promoting a change in any given society that was rooted in a rot. However, the theme of justice is also explored through the lens of betrayal and moral ambiguity. Characters like Ted King and Seymour, despite holding positions of authority, they betrayed the public trust by engaging in corrupt practices and embezzling public funds. Their actions highlight the pervasiveness, rather, of corruption and the erosion of integrity within the corridors of power. Similarly, Mosi, the mayor of Maracas municipality, grapples or struggles with conflicting loyalties and ethical compromises as he navigates the murky waters of politics and governance. And that one is clearly portrayed or shown or evidence in the text. Remember, we are giving a discussion, so all those examples of ethical compromises as he navigates to the murky waters of politics, good students, and if you followed up this particular end, do drop us your comments. Let us exactly know what are some of those conflicting loyalties that Mayor Mosi struggles with and compromises as he navigates through the murky waters of politics. Of course, that is metaphorical. It is not really wading through a murky water of politics, but in other words, the compromising and the uncompromising, actions that he takes as far as his governance is concerned. So his struggle to uphold justice and fairness amidst competing interests reflects the complexities of moral decision making in a corrupt society. Moreover, as we were winding up, the theme of justice underscored by the consequences of unethical behavior and pursuit of personal gain at the expense of others. We need to cite evidence. Characters like Jaden and Bembe, who prioritize self-interest over the common good, ultimately face the repercussions of their actions, experiencing guilt, shame, and ultimately legal accountability. Now, good students, working on the premise or working on the idea that you've read this particular text, characters Jaden and Bembe, the activities and all those actions that they engage themselves later on, they have got repercussions, they have got consequences. And those ultimate consequences were, one, experiencing guilt, shame, and of course, legal accountability. They had to be accountable for their actions while they were in office. You might as well as find those particular evidences if you've read through. So working on the premise that you've read, it will only make sense if what I'm saying here is in line with what you've read. So therefore, their downfall, the downfall of the characters Jaden and Bembe, serves as a cautionary tale about the inherent fragility of integrity and the inevitability of justice, even in the face of systemic corruption. Now, that one there, good learners have to make it into the lighter, tone. That the cautionary, the inherent fragility of integrity. In other words, integrity is an aspect or an idea that is fragile. In other words, to keep one person or to be integral or to say one thing and keep the same thing in your actions is another thing that is considered in this particular work as it's a fragile kind of a thing, can easily slip through, that you cannot uphold. So that statement that the downfall of these particular leaders, who were supposed to serve as, the integral minds, like people who are holding up the integrity of Maracas municipality, it was something that was so fragile. And of course, the unavoidable aspect of it, like the inevitability of justice, even in the face of systemic corruption. In conclusion, good learners, John Lara's, that is The Samaritan, offers an exploration of the theme of justice, fairness, and integrity, revealing the moral complexities and ethical challenges that are depicted in a society plagued by corruption. So through the experiences of characters like Nicole, Alvita, Montano, and others. Those others including Jaden, Bembe, Seymour, Meamosi. They play underscores, of course, the importance of upholding principles of justice and fairness, even in the face of adversity. Ultimately, the Samaritan serves as a powerful testament to the enduring human quest for integrity and the transformative power of moral courage in the pursuit of a more just and equitable society. Good students, that one again marks the very end of our episode. Hope that you're following through, and I say that this is literature. So your little comments on the comment section do me good, because you make me know that what needs to be done changes here, changes there. And of course, your thoughts and sentiments as far as this particular play is concerned. And above all the very, very best in your endeavors, and I'd like to end up with this famous, cliche, and that is adios for now. Stay tuned until our next uploads.